Hello there, everyone. Special surprise, though I don't know how soon the special surprise is because I'm recording this literally the day afterwards. It's Joe again, by the way. Joe is back. Luka here for MiniWarGaming. We are playing more Lord of the Rings. It so happened to turn out I was free the next day, and Joe was like, well, that was pretty fun. I'd like to do that again.
Absolutely.
And
this time with my armies.
Yeah, this time Joe actually brought his army, so you'll get a pleasant surprise in changing up the Lord of the Rings list as opposed to Rohan versus Isengard. Or, I don't even remember, I played Ring Race. I'm definitely never doing that again. So Joe came by again. He's nearby. He's from Buffalo. So today we're playing two kind of random points. The first one's 740-ish, and then the next one's 780 points. We've already figured out our list. The first game is going to be Josh's Azog's Hunters with Azog and Bolg in it. He insisted I play them. I have no idea what I'm doing with them. All I know is they are a pretty hard-hitting but very lightly defensive army. So they're like glass cannon-y. They come in fast, they hit hard, but they die just as easily. And I'm playing against your Khazad-Dum.
Khazad-Dum, yes.
Khazad-Dum led by Durin. So leader of Khazad-Dum. This is going to be kind of an elite list versus an elite. I don't know. Actually, I gotta stop saying elite. I'm so used to playing Goblin Town Goblins, and it's just like 80 models, 100 models. I'm like, well, I guess if this is normal. But
well, Durin and Hearthguard is pretty elite.
Okay, then there we go. So it is kind of elite versus Azog's Hunters, which are pretty elite as well. Like each mounted guy is like 16 points, 17 if you give him a bow, but I didn't give him any bows. And then we're just doing one of the random scenarios. We're going to avoid the ones we did maybe last month for you guys. I have no idea. It could be like 2 weeks. It could be a month. It's whatever Josh plans on releasing them as. And if you guys want to come by and play some Lord of the Rings or you're loving Lord of the Rings, go to miniwargaming.com/challenge and you can sign up there. Let's go take a look at the armies and figure out the scenario.
Well, here it is, folks. Here is the list that Josh insisted I play. This is 700 points. It's like 600 and some change. I got 3 different warbands here as Azog's Hunters. And if anyone's not familiar with what Azog's Hunters gets, they get to, if I recall, they get a bigger bow limit. So up to 50% of the models in the army can have bows instead of just 33%. And their shoot values go up by 1 as well. So they all hit on 4s. And they get to have more bows. Now, that's not that great, I think, just considering how not powerful I find the shooting to be in this game. Now, granted, it can be pretty clutch, especially when you have Bolg down, and I'm pretty sure all the orcs in this list, with Bolg in the list, gain Morgul arrows. So that means if they hit something with or they wound something with a Morgul arrow, and they don't wound it, or they don't kill it, or it's not slain, try to use the proper terminology here, at some point in the game, maybe when they go to move or at the start of the priority phase, you roll d6 on a 1, that model takes a further wound. Automatic, like no rolls needed. Well, other than the 1 on a d6, I guess, if they're poisoned. The first warband will be led by Bolg on his Felwarg, and accompanying him, just because these are the models Josh had, I have 3 Hunter Orcs here on Felwargs. They have bows. Each one of them has bows, and they just come with their double swords. They also have a rule called Many Blades. When they're not on their warg, they get +1 attack, which I think is monumental. 2 attacks per orc is huge when they're on foot. And of course, we have 3 just fell wargs here. They're kind of cheap. They're just more bodies to inflate my 700-point army. Bolg himself is quite cool. He has the ability to, he has this rule that every time he kills models, the more models he kills, the more rules he gets. So if he kills 2 models, he causes terror. If he kills, I believe it's 5 models, he gets Harbinger of Evil. The thing that reduces courage by 1 in an 18-inch evil aura, so Harbinger of Evil or Harbinger of something like that. And when he kills 10 models, he becomes a mighty hero, which I believe allows him to spend 1 might per turn for free. But that's also him killing 10 models. If I've killed 10 models on his own, I'm in a pretty good spot. So that one's probably not going to come up ever, in a case where it's going to help you win the game, because at that point you're probably just winning more. And he also took a boat because of the points. Now, onto this warband, we have a stand-in model for Narzug, because there's a foot model for him, but there's not a warg model for him. So I needed the 3rd warband, and Josh suggested this, and it works. And it's a pretty clear model that won't be confused with anyone else, just because he is the only hunter orc with a bow. Mounted on a Felwarg, so we'll be using Narzug for that. And he's allowed to spend 1 might per turn for free to augment shooting attacks, essentially, like in the way rolls and stuff like that. And that's just the foot version of him there. Now, in his warband, he is a hero of Fortitude, which is like the standard tier, the medium tier. He has with him 11 Hunter Orcs. They're pretty WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. We got 2 out front here with their 2-handed picks, and the rest of the 9 are going to have 2-handed swords and bows. So all of them will have bows and 2-handed swords. These guys will just have 2-handed picks. And lastly, we have Azog. Now this is Azog. Is it the Pale Orc? I think it's the Pale Orc. Atop his White Warg. And we got the foot model over here. He is going to be the leader because he is a hero of legend, and accompanying him is a smaller warband, but I feel like he needed the least amount of help, so I gave him 2 Hunter Orcs on Wargs, and they are actually equipped with the 2-handed pick, and 3 Fell Wargs accompanying him as well. Now, none of the riders, the Orc Hunters, actually have bows, just because that would bring me over my limit. I mean, I could technically bring 1 or 2 bows on some of them, but the points are a little weird, and the limit would go over as well. It's just easy to remember. All the guys on foot, without picks, have bows. Narzug has a bow, obviously, and so will Bolg. And I'm running, obviously, Azog here without his heavy armor, or his armor upgrade, so he's only defense 5. But atop that White Warg, he's got a mighty 6 might, I think it's like 4 will, and 2 fate. Of course, when they separate, the White Warg is pretty cool, because when you dismount from him, he automatically passes his courage check. So you have the White Warg running around on his own, acting as a pretty mighty model on his own. But when they're together, they are actually nigh unstoppable. He's got incredibly powerful rules when fighting against heroes, and Bolg wants to be fighting against not heroes. And that's the idea of the list. It's pretty fast, has a lot of hitting power, but it cannot take a hit in return. If I lose fights, I'm probably losing models. Well, while I was talking about that, Joe was setting up his force, and it is scary elite. What do you have here?
Well, the first battle group, we have Durin, the king of Khazad-Dum. He comes with a page of rules, among them causing terror. He can ignore a wound on the roll of a 6, thanks to the Crown of Kings. The Horn of Xeraxigal gives him the ability to cause terror. He has Heroic Strike, Heroic Defense, Heroic Challenge. He's also fearless. And all of these guys behind him automatically, for the bargain cost of 2 points, get upgraded to Hearthguard. So from Khazad Guard, they are already fairly impressive with 4 fight, 4 strength, 7 defense, and pretty standard courage 4. They have bodyguard, so as long as Durin's on the table, they're all fearless. And then Hearthguard gives them all burly, so those 2-handed weapons no longer take 1 away from their fight.
Fight 4 with a 2-handed weapon at burly is huge!
Yeah, so they're pretty tough. Then we've got a Dwarf King for some might and support. We've got a Dwarf Captain, and then I've got a Dwarf Ballista with an Engineer Captain.
Now, this is the first time I've ever had a fight against a War Machine, so I'm curious how this is going to work out. That's it for Force A. That's like just shy of 700-ish.
697, I think.
Yeah, it's about where I'm at too. Well, impressive. Let's see how this goes. We both have pretty elite lists. Then again, this is in the end a skirmish game, so this kind of makes sense. Here we have the table for today's game. Similar terrain used in the last pairing of Lord of the Rings stuff. I don't know how long it's been since you guys have seen that. Probably been a couple weeks or so. Maybe it's been a month. I'm not too sure what the pacing on the release schedule on this is going to be. It was just a pleasant surprise that Joe was able to come by again. So thank you again, Joe, for more Lord of the Rings.
Anytime.
Now, what we've done, we just remade the table into... I just love this terrain so much, it's hard to put it away and not use it again. But again, it's Lord of the Rings, so we're playing on a 4x4 table, so the table cutoff is here where the rocks kind of end. So this is all the play area. And then what we have over here is just stuff to accent it, make it look pretty, make it look like there's still more to the world in this 4-foot-by-4-foot area here. We're going to be randomizing the scenario like we did last time. We're going to hopefully not get the same ones we got last time. Those are excellent scenarios, but I'll, get the full spectrum of the game, right? Give you guys an idea of what it's like. Because if you're watching this and you don't know what Lord of the Rings is, well, hopefully you're following along, because I know we're kind of playing it as if you guys do know what's going on. But it is an excellent game, and if you can have a friend that you can convince to get into this game with, I think it's one of Games Workshop's cheaper games to get into, because it is a skirmish game, and you only need like 20 models, as you've seen in our forces, and it's got a really solid rule set, I think. Well, personally. I think I'm right, though. Here is my totally hard to see D12 for the scenario. I think we got 4 and 12, or 4 and 10 last time, so we got 11. Nice. First things first, folks, we are gonna roll off and pick sides, because that's important first.
You get it.
3. Oh, wow. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick this side.
Okay.
So the sides are 12 inches up, 12 inches up, 24-inch no man's land. Now, this scenario is Fog of War. If you're not familiar with what Fog of War is, well, I'm going to explain it to you. And if you are familiar with it, well, too bad. You got to listen or skip ahead. Up to you. In this scenario, both of us are going to secretly note down 3 things. The first thing we're going to note down is one of our heroes that is not our leader. And if they survive into the end of the game, we get a victory point. If they survive into the end of the game and have taken no wounds, they get 3 victory points. The second thing we're going to note down is we're going to note down one enemy hero that is not their leader, unless they're only one hero, right? Unless they only have their leader. And if we kill them, we get a point. Sorry, that was 1 point for wounding them, 3 points for killing them. And the last thing we do is we nominate a piece of terrain in your opponent's territory. And if you have more models wholly within that piece of terrain than your opponent does, then we'll, you know what, we'll just say, we'll house rule that to be around, because some terrain features aren't really that easy to get into. Like I guess, you know what? We're good. We got some. We got some stuff. We're good. You get 1 point if you have more models there, and I believe it's 3 if your opponent has none and you have some. Something like that. So it's pretty much kill the secret, and we're not supposed to reveal these either until the end of the game. And the game ends once the force is broken. You roll on a 1 or 2. The game is over on that turn. And again, you break at the start. You check to see if you're broken at the start, and then on a 1 or 2, the game will end. Alright, we have deployed, and the secrets are noted. If you're curious how the deployment went, I got Bolg over here with his Fell Wargs and Hunter Orcs. I got Azog with the 2 Hunter Orcs and the Fell Wargs. And then we've got Narzug down with all of the Hunter Orcs on foot over here. Now, you're probably wondering, or you're probably like, wow, you have so many bows, that's crazy, all with Morgul arrows. Don't forget, these are Orc bows, and they're only strength 2. I just remembered that myself. So it's very likely that they're going to be wounding on, they pretty much only wound on 6s. I assume your army's all defense, they're defense 7, aren't they?
They're defense 7.
So I'm probably 6s and a 4s then. So I have to wound on a 6 and then follow up by a 4. So it's not very likely. I'm just going to go into combat. I'm going to shoot as much as I can on the way there, but that's a lot of points spent on bows that are probably not going to amount to too much. Now, this guy's quite accurate with his bow, and he does get to add 1 might to any shooting kind of thing once per turn. So to add +1 to wound with that, or I can change the wound by 1. I could change the hit rolls if I want to. So he's pretty accurate. So he actually might be kind of big with that. The rest are just going to shoot if they can. Across from me, was this the Dwarf King?
This is the Dwarf Captain, and the Dwarf King's over here.
And then we have Durin in the middle.
Yep.
And we have all of the Hearth Guard, and then we have the artillery piece over there. When we go to use the artillery piece, we'll explain how that works. It can be a little wonky, but it can be very devastating if it works out perfectly, as War Machines should do. And that's pretty much it. It comes down to the priority roll. Again, the game ends once 1 force is broken on a 1 or 2 at the end of a turn, once that condition is met. And one thing we forgot to note is that Durin can re-roll a priority roll once per game, if he so chooses. Bam! I got a 2. 2! Well, no one wins ties yet. 2! 6! Alright, priority goes to the dwarves! So it'll be dwarves turn 1. Or, I guess, you know, they get priority. No heroic march from the dwarves. They start here and they lumber forward. And bam, there they are. Ran up to the fence, no trouble. All hopping over the ones I could. And that's pretty much it, as the Bliss is not going to move. So I'll go ahead and move my guys. I don't think I want to declare a heroic march. I could declare heroic marches. It'd be everything on here gets to heroic march, but I can't charge as part of that. But I get up the field faster, which is ideally what I want to do as these guys, I think. Getting into combat sounds pretty scary, though, I'll be honest. I could declare a heroic march. I don't think I need to, so I won't. It's just everything's going to move forward, so I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. There might be a few subtle nuances, but there's not going to be anything fancy. And there they are. Azog takes, well, the Hunter Orcs part ways. Azog takes forward, and so do his Fell Wargs. Narzug only moves up about 4.9 inches, just to get range to take a random shot, because he's got the capability of doing so. So why not, right? Maybe I'll get lucky. What's the defense on the Dwarf King or the Dwarf Captain? Which one's in the back there?
They have shields. So the Dwarf King and the Dwarf Captain.
Yeah.
So
defense
8.
Okay.
The Hearth Guard are defense 7.
Oh, what we're gonna we're gonna go ahead and fire into your king, who's got a 2-handed axe. He's only defense 7, so I'm moving on 6s into 4s. Now Narzug hits on 4s. Normally he gets +1 to hit because he's part of the hunters, but he moved less than half, so he hits on 4s again. And he's got that lethal precision ability, so I get to use 1 might for free to really augment any one of these rolls I choose. So I roll a 1, So even the might's not going to help there, so I'll just color done. And that's my shooting faith. You know what? I jumped the gun. I keep forgetting. I'm getting used to this priority thing here. You technically get to shoot first, and then he takes his shot, but he still misses. None of the rest of my guys are in range, so let's go ahead and do that ballista.
Yeah, we'll get the...
So what's the plan?
So, this ballista is going to be targeting this Warg Rider here.
That's fair. So it hits on a 4 normally, and I don't think there's anything in the way. It's pretty clear.
Nope.
So there's one shot on a 4. What do we get?
5.
A 5. Okay, so it hits. That's not good. Now we have to roll on the War Machine chart. A 1, it's still a straight shot somehow. And a 2 up is good, but at different degrees. 6!
So it hits the intended target.
So it hits. So it was literally 2 to 5. I pick something else that hits within 3 inches. On a 6, it hits the intended target, and it pretty much kills him because it's like a strength 9 hit. Well, it's strength 9, so wounding on a 3 or more. That's a 6, so it definitely wounds. So it hits both the mount and the rider, so that kills both of them. So he's definitely dead, but there's a pushback effect, I believe, because it's such a devastating hit. Well, I didn't expect the ballista to do much here. It was one exceptional shot. This is actually a perfect shot, unfortunately for me. And I put Bolg in a bad position. I should have put him over here, but I put him right there. So that means now he gets knocked back d6 inches, and it's every model he hits. So 3. So he gets pushed back to about here, and he hits both of these models. And they both take a strength 6 hit and are knocked prone, is it?
Yes, they will automatically be knocked prone. They take a strength 6 hit, and then had he survived the initial shot, he would take a further strength 6 hit.
Right, so he's definitely dead. So let's see if we kill the Warg off. Strength 6? No. And then, does it hit both models, I guess?
Yes.
So we'll do the Warg? That's up to you. Doesn't
Actually,
matter.
no, it knocks the model prone, so whenever a cavalry model is knocked prone, they're dismounted.
Also, they're knocked prone first,
Yes.
right? So we'll say Bolg then.
Oh,
Nope,
so he,
Bolg is fine. So he's still knocked prone, and I got to figure out now. I got to do a courage check on the mount, and I got to do a knocked off your mount check too. So which one should I do first? I wonder. So I'll do the thrown rider check first. I got a 5, which I'm assuming is not too bad.
well, actually,
Hey, wait, nix that, scratch that. We forgot that when something is knocked prone, when cavalry is knocked prone, they automatically suffer the thrown rider result. So he takes a strength 2 or strength 3 hit or something like that.
strength 3 hit.
So we'll go ahead and roll that up. He's defense 7, so I believe it's a 6. No,
Yeah,
it's
he's fine.
definitely not a 1. And then he is obviously dismounted from his mount. I have to roll a courage check for the Warg, which is probably courage 2 or 3. I'll roll and figure it out. Ooh, he actually passes. I get a Warg.
He's fine if he's courage 1, so he's good.
And bam! Both are fine. Pass the courage check, so the Warg sticks around. They're all knocked prone. That was a devastating hit that hit the first guy, knocked them all off their mounts, and knocked that Warg over as well. So I guess I'll say excellent shot, sir.
Yeah, you still got some might loaded for next time.
Yeah, I'll definitely be aware of what could happen now. Well, then that'll end the first battle round. Pretty good start for the dwarves. We'll roll off for priority nor, and now in the second battle round, I roll the 1. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
no.
I mean, that's actually good for you because I did not want priority. So that means I have to go first, and I don't want to do that because I was hoping you'd come a little bit further forward, but you probably wouldn't have. So I will go first, or I'll have priority in this battle round. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stand up Bolg, and he's going to move half his movement, so he goes 3. And he'll go to there. And then the rest of these wargs... Wait, you're moving 5 on your guys? Mm-hmm. Bolg's warg is going to stand up and join him and accompany him. And this, I'll figure out what that warg's going to do later. You know what? We're going to move there just so I don't block these 2 riders. I'm not too sure what to do here, because if I jump over the wall, then you can charge me, and then I lose my charge bonuses. Unless I roll a 6 and I get lucky, and no, I wouldn't even be able to make it to you. You know what? I'll think about this stuff later. Azog is going to move 6 inches to there. And then he's going to go just to there, just almost out of 5. Now we're going to go up and around this terrain. Oh, we're going to go to here, and then this guy's going to go up and around. You go a little further up. He'd have an extra couple inches. Azog's Hunter Orcs are going to keep up with him. Let's move up there 10 inches forward. Oh, that's an Azog. He's going to maybe try and do a shot. Obviously, things are going to be in the way, but you know what? He don't care about that. He is precise. He can shoot through his buddies, no problem. Right, guy? Right? The rest of the Hunter Orcs are just going to move forward. The Orcs all collectively move forward 3. You know what? These guys, they move forward 3. They're just going to go forward a little bit further. They're not going to shoot this turn. It's just so astronomical for them to get a shot. I'm not even going to bother. And then these guys in the back are going to move forward as well. We're only going to take shots with those 3. Orcs! Not going to go the full 10. Just going to go somewhere where the dwarves can't catch me if they roll a 6 to get over that wall. This orc's going to stand up. Let's go to there. Dwarf move! You got any master plans here? Or are you just going to
Well, you know what? My master plan is actually going to be to fortify this position for the time being, so we're not going to be moving very much.
Okay, well, you know what? If they're not doing any charges or any heroic marches, this is where they start, and I'll show you where they end up. Holy moly, here we go. A lot of defending walls. Apparently this little apothecary hut is incredibly important. And we have a guy defending the wall over here as well. Now, we get to see what defending position rule is for once. How often does that come up?
Out of the 100 or so games I've played, maybe 5 times.
Nice. Okay, well, here we go. We're going to see some... It's actually pretty strong for those defending the position. Strong enough that I might consider going for them later. Essentially, I have to make an in-the-way roll for every strike. And that's... if I win the duel, I only actually hit you on a 4 or more. I guess to do some shooting attacks now. This guy here, this guy right here is going to shoot later. We're going to go ahead and shoot with that guy into... Where's the nearest character? They all look the same. They're in the back, aren't they?
That's dwarfist, sir.
I know.
Character.
You know what? Whatever. We're going to shoot at that character in the middle.
Okay, the Dwarf King.
Yeah, we're going to shoot the Dwarf King with that bow with the Morgul arrow. Here we go. We hit on 5s because we moved. Less than half, though. Bam! We actually hit. Now we have to do 3 in the way checks. I actually only have 1 in the way roll. I'll show you where it is if I actually make it. So we do actually hit the king. And to wound him, he's defense 7 because he's the two-handed weapon guy, right?
Yes, he's the one with the two-handed axe.
I fail anyways. He's going to take a shot at the same target, but I have I think 1 or 2 of my warg or hunter.
This guy will be in the way, and then the same dwarf. And then
But do I hit? I don't. So you know what? Then the next guy to the right is going to fire. He's in there.
He's got 1 in the way roll.
He misses 2. And Bolg moved, so he's not firing, and that's it for my firing. And now we got a ballista.
All right.
Targeting that warg with the ballista. It looks like a clear shot, so hitting on a 4. Oh, yikes. All right, so on the chart, on a 1, it's still a straight shot. What do we get? 6, so it hits the warg. So it kills the warg on 3, because it's strength 9. Boop. So he's dead, and then it goes D6 inches.
Goes
3.
3 inches back.
It's going to clip this guy, I think. I got a little widget. Does it have to touch his... Yeah, it definitely hits him. Does it have to touch his base or just come within an inch of him?
It's got to touch his base.
So, boom, hits him. He's dead. And then he takes a strength 6 hit.
And he will be dead as well.
He is probably also dead. He's definitely not defense 7.
5 points by itself.
But I know, Ballista putting in work. You haven't even needed a hero yet.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I keep putting... I guess you can kind of pick and choose whatever models have models behind them and stuff like that. And if you rolled high enough, you could have hit that one too, I think.
That was the ultimate goal.
Try to hit both, yeah. That makes sense. And then that will be the end of the turn so far. Or, yeah, that's the end of the turn. It's priority time! I got a 2. Aha! Unfortunately, that is... What is going on here? That is within 5. Did I do that? I guess I did. Oh, well, whatever. Priority to the dwarves! This poor dog's name is Bait. And, what, you got any fancy things you want to do? Ooh, you know what? I guess I could do a heroic move. In fact, I probably should do that. I'm gonna do that.
Go right ahead.
Are you gonna heroic move to counter?
I will.
Who are you gonna hero? So I'm gonna heroic move from Azog. Who are you gonna heroic
I'm
move
going to
from?
heroic move from the Dwarf Captain behind the Dwarf King there.
Oh, jeez. All right. So why don't you go? You know what? I feel like doing a roll off to see who gets to do the roll off. Doesn't really matter. You go ahead and do the roll off. On a 1 to 3, Evil gets their move first. Oh, it's never friggin' me! All right. So we're gonna use the White Warg's Might for that one. And you were doing it from who? Sorry.
I'm doing it from him.
The captain over there? All right.
Yeah.
So you get to do your heroic move first.
All right. Now,
There's some doors moving up now. Trying to deny some charges.
oh, he can actually make it there too.
Oh, see. That's what I get for moving all loosey-goosey. I should have been a little more precise, but it is what it is.
He can.
Oh, well, one guy. It still stops the charge, though, which is pretty big deal.
Yeah.
So he'll go there, and then the rest... You don't have to move them. So technically, the captain moves first. He just stands still. And then are the rest just going to reposition?
See how far up this will get.
You go up to, like, what, 4 dwarves up?
Yeah, he's going to go this way.
To the wall. Smart.
And this guy, well, he'll move a little bit further here without... apparently...
They move there. The dwarf that was defending the position there now moves there, bringing this warg into combat. So I'm just going to put him kind of where he was, up against the wall. Because once you go to defend a wall, then your area of control extends a further inch from the wall, bringing him into combat. And is that it for your heroic move? Do you want to move them a little bit more?
No, I'm actually going to leave them where they are.
Okay.
I have no real ability to get in tactically to do anything else, so I'm going to let them come to me, and hopefully these guys will kill them and open up this fire lane again. So.
Okay, sounds good. Now I will do my heroic move, so it's going to be from Azog, and everything within 6 of him, and then the rest of the stuff will move. So for my heroic move, I already measured some of these. Azog and everyone within 6 inches of him can do a move right now. We're going to go with Azog charging right there. And this guy I've already measured for him to go up and around to charge right here. But Azog's going to charge 2 of them, just because he's got the attacks to maybe take out 2 of them. Yeah, maybe. He's better against heroes, not actual warriors. This guy with his 2-handed pick is going to charge this dwarf or Hearthguard. And then we're going to have, well, I guess anyone else that can charge those dwarves is going to charge those dwarves. A couple of the Orc Hunters charge over here. Orc Hunter charges here. Orc Hunter charges there, like I already showed. And then a Warg moves up, and the rest are outside of 6. So it's my heroic move done, and now you get to do the rest of your moves, and then I'll do the rest of my moves.
Okay.
So over here we have the Hearthguard ready to get in and get to fighting. Now we are going to be piling a lot up on Azog here, I assume. Hopefully, obviously I roll a 6, that'd be ideal. Boop. And I want to note that we're not doing terror checks because all of the Hearthguard are fearless. As long as Durin's around. When he dies, they lose their fearless.
Yeah, they have bodyguard.
So they're immune to terror. Is there anything else along with that?
Bodyguard and Burly because they're Hearthguards.
Oh, sorry, to the fearless rule.
No.
No, just they ignore terror? Okay.
Yeah.
Put one more guy there. We're going to leave probably the heroes out of this then.
Yeah, for right now. He made his move.
Yep.
He's in. He called the heroic
He
action.
called the
He
hero
cannot
move.
further move.
Yep.
And this guy gets left out of the action. He's going to be Durin's personal bodyguard for the time being.
Double hero it up.
Yeah.
And then you moved these guys because of the... So that's pretty much every movement.
Yeah, these guys are just going to sort of
Spread
shift
out
on the wall here.
and hold the wall, yeah. Fair. The rest of my moves, we're going to have this cavalry guy charge here. Again, you'll have in the way attacks though. We're going to have Bolg charge here. And Bolg's Warg is going to charge there as well. And then the rest of my stuff can move, so it will move. And they sort of just come out of this little alleyway here. Now we have Azog, who can move 4 and a little bit inches. So he's going to move to there. And that is it for movement. So you get to do your shooting. It looks like there's a whole hot mess going on in the middle here.
Yeah.
Can the ballista shoot? Because I don't know if you're allowed to do in the ways for your guys.
I can't shoot through this combat. What I can do is shoot here and take it in the way from the tree.
Okay.
But if I do that, I'm... Well,
you're actually...
You know what? It'll far outweigh the cost of one dwarf to actually knock down this mess here. So I think we're actually going to take that.
Yeah, so we're going to go shoot through the trees here.
Yes.
So you hit on a 4, as usual. That's a 1.
That's a 1, that ain't going to do it. And that concludes that.
All right, so I got my shooting. The only one who can fire is Narzug. He's going to fire at that lone dwarf right there.
That's pretty much what I figured.
We have that 1 in the way shot if I do hit. But I moved, so I'm hitting on 4s.
It's half the base.
So 4, we miss anyways.
Okay.
You know what? Straight 2 bow. Who cares? All right, so we have priority. So I guess if there's any heroic actions, we got to call them now. I don't think you have any characters in combat though.
I do. I have 1 king in combat with this.
Oh, there is a king over there against that guy.
Oh, excuse me. That's the. Yeah, that's the king. Yeah.
Do you want to do any heroic?
No, he's just gonna wail on him.
I don't think I'm going to either. I assume that. I guess we could do hero combats, but I'm like, Azog's not going anywhere. Bolg's probably not going to be going anywhere. So you know what? We're just going to go ahead and you get to choose the fights. Where do you want to start?
All right, we'll start with Bolg here.
Ooh, all right. The fight with Bolg's going to be that guy and Bolg, because this guy is fighting Bolg's Warg. Bolg has 3 attacks. We rolled a 4, a 1, and a 1. So I assume you have 1 attack?
I have 1 attack.
So 5 or 6 wins. 4. So I do win the fight at a higher fight. The problem is you're on the other side of a wall, so I need 4-ups to actually hit you. I do hit you twice.
Okay.
And these are at strength, I believe, 5 with a 2-handed weapon. So I'm moving on
5s.
5s. You're only defense 7, right?
Yeah.
It would be 5s, but because he's Burly with a 2-handed weapon, Burly ignores the -1 to hit when hitting. I wound you on 4s, and I have ancient enemy dwarves. Doesn't matter. I kill him.
Okay.
So he does kill 1 model. I'm going to use a die to keep track of the amount of models he's killed because he gets more powerful the more models he kills. Now Bolg's Warg! Warg gets 1 attack. I fight 3. I roll a 1, so I lose no matter what. And then I am pushed back. Let's see if he killed me first, though. I think I'm defense 3 or 4. That kills me. I'm defense 4, not bad, but Bolg's Warg is dead. Now that doesn't count towards my break limit, though. Hunter Orc versus your Dwarf. I did charge you, so I will have 2 attacks. Like at my 2 attacks, your higher fight, though. So 3, a 5. So So he's knocked prone, so I get double the attacks against him. I need 5s to strength 3 or 4. I believe 5. So I don't have any way to reroll the 1s. I double stick still kills him.
Okay.
We got one more over here, but I didn't charge this time because you walked into me. Defending the wall. I rolled a 1, so I automatically lose. So I'm pushed away, but am I killed? Here you go. I think I'm defense 4.
I am strength 4.
Oh, we have a
+1
2-handed
for the
weapon.
Two-handed weapon,
Yeah.
so yeah, he's dead.
He is dead. I assume you're attacking the rider, so I have a courage check for the warg. So the warg also runs away after its rider is killed. We got this fight here. It looks like how do you want to pair this off? 2-on-1?
2-on-1 on this guy, then he's fighting the warg.
All right, so we'll do these two fighting you. I actually have 4 attacks because I have many blades. I roll a 4 as my highest.
4.
And
I fight 4.
Yeah, you're a higher fight, so they both get backed away. And you have 1 attack. Which one do you want to try and kill?
They're both
The same.
identically equipped, right?
Yeah.
We'll just go to kill this one.
Try and kill that guy. And he is
He's
dead.
dead.
Oh, yeah. Boop. There's actually a 2-on-1. Your 2 warriors versus the warg.
No, he already
Oh, he already fought. Sorry, my bad. I got 1 attack. I roll a 2. Roll a 1. Oh, you win. And do you kill him? I think you kill him on a 4. Yeah, he is also super dead. Oh, no. This is not working out. Now we got a 1-on-1. Oh, wait, no. That's actually 3-on-1.
Yeah, it's a 3-on-1 fight.
So, did you charge? You charge my cavalry. So I get 4 attacks from the guys on the ground, and 1 attack from the cavalry. The 2 doesn't matter. So I got that. This is my highest result here.
Ugh, I need a 6.
You need a 6 to push them all back. Yeah, you get it. So they all automatically lose. So you'll get pushed back to there. You're gonna get pushed back to there, and you're trapped, I think.
Nah, he can go back towards the red orc in the back there.
Yeah, but I'm not. I have to be more than an inch away. Yeah, so he's trapped. He can't back away more than the full inch.
Yeah, that.
Oh, you actually fail. So I'm just stuck there.
Plus
You roll what?
3.
Yeah. You need a 4 to kill him, but because I was trapped, you roll 2 dice.
Oh, that's right. Double strikes.
Yeah,
Now he's dead.
that does kill him. Now, courage check for the warg. Oh, he's actually still around. Nice. So he dies, but I get a warg. I'm actually going to use Fenrisian wolves to represent the wargs that don't count towards my break value. So that'll go there. And that's pretty much it for here. Now we got the big swirl in the middle there.
We've got
So
Dwarf King and Dwarf Hearthguard.
And what's your highest fight? Better than 3.
5.
Actually, it's better than 3. Doesn't really matter. I got a 6, double 6. Oh, but so do you. So you push me back. Are you the same strength on both of them?
Yeah. Dwarf King is.
They're all strength 4, 2-handed axe, so they all ignore the early.
These 2 will do it.
Yeah, he's dead. That was in the rider. So the warg, does he stick around? No, warg runs away too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Now.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and fight with Azog there, but I'm going to opt to feint with a sword. He's got a mace and a sword. I'm kind of curious. We're going to look in the rules later on. It's not important right now, but can he opt to put 1 attack into his mace and then the rest of the attacks into a sword? That way the mace can do a bash and the sword can do a feint. And then, the mace can bash the guy down and the sword can just annihilate him on the ground, obviously getting advantageous attacks. Now, I did charge, so I get an extra attack, so I have 4 attacks. And I'm going to feint, so I lose D3 fight. Oh, I'm down to fight 4. So ties are a thing now, because you're fight 4 across the board. And I don't even roll a 6. So you have, what, 5 attacks against me?
5 attacks. 6.
Well, I'm going to use a might to make that a 6.
Okay.
And then I have to deal with a roll-off. Well, on a 1 to 3, I win the fight. Everything's going horribly wrong. Like, every roll in this turn has gone wrong. But that's okay. It's all part of the game. So I am trapped, so you get double attacks on him across the board.
Oof.
And they're all +1 to wound. So he is actually probably dead. So you need 3s to wound, so that's 4 wounding hits. Because he's trapped, you roll it again. So that's 4 wounding hits, 5, 6.
Oh, I reroll ones for the army bonus.
So those actually don't wound because you need 4s to wound. I forgot on defense 5, you're only strength 4. On the first batch, though, there was 1 you get to reroll in the first batch. Because it was like 3s and 4s, so nothing.
Yeah, it's still a 1.
So in the end, it was only 2 wounds. I'll use the White Warg's fate, which fails, and then I'll use his own fate just to get him out of the way. So he's got no fate left, but he takes 1 damage. I assume you're attacking Azog instead of the White Warg for sure.
Yeah.
And that, folks, is the turn. So we are going to come down. Neither force is broken, and we're trying to get to where we want to get. So priority roll. I think you had priority, so I win ties.
I did.
2. So priority is yours.
Okay.
I'm not going to bother with the hero move. I'm going to see where things. I think I need the might on my heroes the way this is going. And I don't think I need to move that bad, so you get to move everywhere you want.
Okay.
Plus, I don't really have any cavalry left other than this one guy.
Pushing in here.
So he's going to go into Bolg.
He will also be in here with his 2-inch threat zone.
Yep.
He's going to charge here. He's going to get both of them.
Yep. Come on, Hunter. You know the Hunter Orcs on the ground are actually really good. I want to see them pull out some crazy stuff.
He's going to charge here.
Those two there.
And he's going to come here.
Okay.
The king is going to charge.
Ooh. Azog.
And this guy is going to stop this nonsense.
Yep, he's
from
gonna
pulling. We don't want anybody pulling the king off of
Azog.
Azog there.
And then Durin, while Azog is all tied up, is going to enter the fray. Boop. He's going to beat up that poor orc.
Oh no, that's just a.
Oh, that's just a guy?
Yeah, I had to move him out of the way. But now here comes Durin.
So he's not quite in a fighting yet, but he's going to be ready for next turn.
And this other captain is going to telekinetically rip a tree out of the ground and throw it at Azog.
Very impressive feat. So we got a couple heroes fighting Azog.
Yeah, this guy doesn't really know what to do.
Does he want to stay in there, or does he want to hop over the fence?
Here, he's going to charge.
Yep, you can just walk. You just push the fence a little bit, and the little chimney's in the way.
He's going to charge the
Cavalry there.
cavalryman there. This guy can't really make it to Bolg. So he is going to hop the fence and see if he can do anything useful. He does not.
We got a 4, so
He gets
he jumps
over.
over. That'll bring it to my moves. We're going to have Narzag? What was his name?
Narzug.
Narzug is going to move, and he's going to charge over here. Boop, help those guys out. And then, well, he has to go into this guy. Boop.
Yeah, he's already. Actually, no. His threat zone is turned off. Once he's engaged,
true.
it's gone. So he can come around.
You know what? He's going to then go over here, split these fights up. This guy, he's going to go a little bit over, so that this guy can get in there as well. Boop. Let's get those Hunter Orcs in there. I think these guys on foot are like secret really good.
Oh, they're awesome for 8 points with their army roll. They're ridiculously good.
We're just going to try and really cleave up that guy. We'll have him trapped, and then that should kill him.
Oh,
Like,
there's 10
he
attacks.
should be dead. Like, he really should be dead. That's all my stuff. We're all tied up in combat down there, so you have priority on shooting, though I don't think you really have any shots.
Nope.
And I don't either. So on to fighting, you have priority. You get to dictate where we start.
All right. Well, let's start with Bolg again.
All right, Bolg has 3 attacks with an incredibly high fight. He's got a big, dumb 2-handed weapon with Burly, so I win.
Don't.
So I'm going to go one at a time, starting with that guy, then I'm going to work my way over. Hopefully I can just kill a bunch of guys
In the way
here.
rolls.
That's true. I'm just going to get them out of the way.
Yep.
So I can do 2 of them. So the wall stops one of his heads. So we'll start with that guy and work our way over. I think I kill on 3s. With rerolling 1s because of Ancient Enemy.
Correct.
Oh, doesn't help. I killed that one dwarf.
Okay.
Because I'm strength 5. Your defense 7, right?
7, yes.
So I only kill on 4s.
Oh, okay.
And because you're defending wall, you do not get pushed back.
Right.
Do you want to do this fight next?
Yes.
So you walked into me, so I only have 1 attack. Do roll a respectable 5,
And you win.
which does win. No nonsense about you getting knocked over, so I need a 5 to kill you.
Well, actually, that would be in the way roll, so.
Oh, that's true. That's the end of the way wall. I hit the wall. Either way, it fails. I would have needed a 6 to kill because I'm only strength. No, I'm strength 4, so it would have been a 5. Nope, it would have been a 6 because you're defense 7.
Yes.
So we're going to do 1-on-1 over here. I got 2 attacks. I'm a Hunter Orc. I got 4.
Ooh, I rolled a 1.
So I do knock you back. I'm strength 4, so I need 6s to kill. No.
Okay.
And then we have this nasty fight.
here.
So I did charge with the one guy. So Narzug's fight 4, so we're all fight 4. These are all their attacks collectively. We do get a 6. So you need to roll 6. No, I do win the fight. You're also knocked prone. So I roll all this twice.
Yep.
He's dead.
Okay.
Can we do that one?
Yeah, we'll do that one.
So that's 10 attacks. You win. If you get a 6, you win.
Nope.
Okay, never mind. I win.
Oh, no.
And I roll this twice to try and kill you. I just need a 6, though. Oh, no!
Not a 6.
He's
Oh,
dead.
damn.
All right, I do get him. He is not that durable. Okay, now which one do you want to do next?
Well, we'll do this 2-on-1 here.
Yes, we got a 1-on-1 there, and then the warg and the guy over here.
Yeah, so we'll do the 2-on-1 first, and then we'll go to the 1-on-1.
So I got 3 attacks. I roll a 2 across the board.
4.
You beat both of them, so I do have enough wiggle room to get both of them back here. And which one do you want to try and kill? I assume the Hunter Orc.
Yeah, we'll go into the Hunter Orc.
So you need to roll a 3 to kill him. That does take him down.
Good.
Got a 1-on-1, but it is the Hunter Orc, so I get 2.
4.
Because this is a 2-handed weapon, I need to roll a 6 to win that fight. No, never mind. So he can get pushed back, and you kill him on a 3. He is dead. Dwarf against the 2 wargs. You roll a 1.
Oof.
Oh, I win. So he gets pushed back, and I need a 6 to kill. No, yeah, strength 4. I need a 6 to kill. I do not kill him. And then we have 1 fight left. What's the fight on the Dwarf King?
It is 5, but he's going to make a heroic strike.
Ooh.
Oh no, it's fight 6.
Oh!
Yes, I'm gonna make a heroic strike.
Then so will Azog. I need to roll at least one higher than you roll here. Or, oh. So you're all fight 10 across the board, and I am fight 9. So you win on ties here with everyone.
Okay.
And I have
the Dwarf King.
I have a whopping
Captain.
3 attacks.
3, 4, 5.
I roll at least a 6, but you have a bunch of attacks. So here's all the attacks. You just roll 1 6. You do. So you win the fight, and then you just roll that again, and roll it twice. So wait, they're all strength 4 base, right?
They're all strength 4. The king is also strength 4.
So they force.
They're all strength 4.
So 5-2 normally, but with a 2. Wait, is the king burly?
The king is. No, they didn't even think about
So the king is burly. We'd have to roll him separately. Well, easy to assume that one of the other guys rolled a 6, and they use his. So technically, it's weird because they use his fight, but they're burly, so they don't suffer the -1, but he does suffer the -1. You roll this twice, wounding on 4s. Rerolling. Do you reroll once?
I reroll ones from the army bonus.
So currently it's 4, 5 wounds, 6 wounds. Rolling again. Azog is definitely dead here. In fact, he is dead. I don't have enough fate to stop all that. So he gets cut down. The warg goes in his place. Boop. And we'll leave the white warg there with no height, will, or fate left because Azog used it all before he died. And the rule for the white warg is he automatically passes his courage check, so he sticks around. And that's bad. That's a bad show, losing my leader like that. That's it for the fights. Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
All right. And there was a good strategy on Joe's part there, because all you had to do is get to fight 10 with that heroic strike, right? So you needed a 4-up. I needed a 3-up, and I got a 2. And that was the demise of Azog, as he got surrounded by the Hearthguard and cut down by the Dwarf King. Now we have priority, because neither force is broken yet. I know yours is, and I got to go double check mine. I am going to be broken at 4 more models lost. So priority roll, I win ties. I got a 1. 4. All right, so priority to the dwarves. All the dwarves moved in, so all this stayed the same. Now we had this dwarf move into this hunter orc, not quite getting the base with Narzuk, but leaving him free to do whatever he wants. And then, is it Dane? Durin, sorry. Keep thinking Dane. Durin moves up towards the wall, but not getting engaged with anything yet. Obviously, that warg's zone was turned off, so he's able to freely move past him. Whereas these 3 dwarves charge collectively, 1 into 1, and then 1 into the warg and the hunter orc, and then 1 into the warg. So it's probably going to be 1-on-1, 1-on-1, 1-on-1 when the fights come about. And that dwarf over there charges the 2 wargs. I'm going to go ahead and counter move, essentially. So this guy and this guy are base contact. They should be. This guy's free to do whatever he wants, but he can't quite get anywhere. I can go into the king, but he's defense 9. My biggest fight against him, or threat against him, would have been Azog, who got cut down mercilessly over there. And then these guys are stuck fighting. So what we're going to do is have this guy go up and around. He'll charge into there. He's probably going to just charge into there as well. Just kill this dwarf off, I guess. He'll charge there. He's already in combat. That guy's in combat there too. I'm just going to see if this guy can fit through here. I'm pretty sure he can. So therefore he will go to there. This guy's going to move about. And this guy's going to move into combat over here. And that's pretty much it for my maneuvers. No shooting on either of our ends. Not that I'm interested in doing. I don't think you can do any shooting. Nope. Everything's kind of tied up in combat. So we'll go with fighting. You have priority, so you get to dictate where you want to start.
All right, we'll do this fight again here.
Fair. Starting with this fight over here, you have higher fight, but I roll a 6.
Yep, you win.
So I do win, but do I actually hit you? I do not. I hit the wall. Do you want to do Bolg?
Yeah, let's get that over with.
Bolg! I roll 5. Do you roll 6?
6!
I'll use a might to make that a 6.
No!
To win. Now we are going to attack. Let's see who hits a wall. Unfortunately, 2 of them hit walls. He kills the dwarf on a 4, rerolling ones. He does not. So it's a flush. It's a wash combat over there. So nothing really accomplished. Which one would you like to do next?
Let's do this sorry guy here.
Woo! All right. So we have 3 attacks from the leader guy. You know, I'm just gonna see if he. No, he doesn't roll a 6. So 2, 4, 8 more attacks. 6s to hit there. You know what? I actually rolled nothing but 4s.
Wow, we tied it.
I'm gonna use a. No, because he's got the same fight as you. Those are his rolls, so I'd have to might one of those. There's nothing I can really do there. It's a tie. So you know what? If I'll let you do the roll. He has the potential to knock all of them back on 4 or more good wins. Yikes! Good freaking wins. He pushes all of them. This is not my game, guys. Sometimes you just have one of those games. This is one of them. I am rolling horribly here. So who would he like to strike at?
He's just gonna take out one of the
hunter orcs. Kills him on 3. Oh, no. All right.
Well, he rerolls once for
Ah,
the
great.
unreroll.
Yes.
Now he's going.
Which of the four would you like to kill?
We will kill this one.
You're all identical. Boop. We got Hearthguard on Warg. I roll 5. Not bad.
As well.
You win though, and you kill him on. He's actually currently no, he's not trapped. But
Roll ones.
you roll 1, a 3.
3 goes to a 4, which kills him.
And I'm defense 4, so he's dead. Ah, that's awful.
Barrel of monkeys.
I'm getting close to breaking point. Then we have a 2-on-1 and a 1-on-1.
These two were in base here.
Yep.
So.
I got 2 dice. I roll double 2. Aha!
No.
I kill you on 6s though, unless you're trapped. But you're not trapped. It looks like you can go up
I
with
can
that.
move.
So I do not kill him, and then we have a 2-on-1 where I got 4 attacks. I roll 5s, not bad. Would have liked to roll 6.
Nope.
And I think he might be trapped because I. So I think
he's trapped.
He might have been trapped. So I roll a 6 on the first batch, anyways.
Knock him out of there.
So he goes down, and that's all she wrote for that. And we got a warg, or 2 wargs on one. Come on, wargs! Roll 5. Ooh,
4.
I do win. 6 is to kill. I do not kill him, but he gets pushed back. Boop. I'm gonna do the warg. I roll 4. I'm actually lower fight than that fight in general because the king is 6. I have no might to augment it.
So he rolls a 4 as well after the -1 for his not burly.
So you automatically win.
Yeah. So.
And then I only have, I think one. Defense 5. So you need force. Yeah. He's dead. If you would be so kind as to pull him, please. Boop boop. I have no fate. I used the ball on Azog. Then we got the Circle of Friends, absolutely destroying Azog. And that is it for the phase 2. I don't think either force is broken yet.
No, I think you have 2 left.
And I've only killed 5 of your dwarves. Ugh. Well, I got a lot of hunters left, and I got the one hero, and Bold, but he's tied up at the wall. I shouldn't have put him in the wall. I figured he would have chewed through them by now, but it's not going so well. Priority time. Oh, I win ties.
You do.
All right, so it'll be me. Though I'm already tied up all over here. This guy's, he can't make it through there, but I could make an opening over here, I suppose. This guy has to charge this guy, so he will, but it closes off his zone. Have this warg charge him to turn off his zone. And I don't want to do with those guard there, but this guy's gonna run up and around to close his zone, staying an inch away from him. And then I think I'm just gonna try and swarm these guys and take them out, and then deal with the Hearthguard. Well, the Hearthguard would come in no matter what, so I can't really do much about it. You know, so we're just gonna go like this. Go like that. This guy's gonna come in. You know what? I wouldn't be able to do that. Fix it up a little bit. He just went over that way, and then we piled them around, got a guy in there, and that corner is dead. These 2 are gonna go charge into him. And then this guy with this 2-handed weapon is gonna come over here. That's pretty much it. This guy's gonna go stand right here. And now the Circle of Friends comes out.
Charge.
Pulling off, alleviating some of the pressure on the dwarves.
Charge.
This could be the turn.
Charge.
I think it's make it or break it for me. If this doesn't go well, that's my force broken. And they do not have high courage with their legendary here.
Durin is coming for Bolg.
Yeah, Bolg and Durin. That's a not good fight for Bolg. Defense 9.
Yep.
Okay, well that is it for the dwarf movement. Again, no shooting, so we're right on to fighting. I have priority. We're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna start over here. We're gonna do the exciting fight last.
Okay.
So I got my 1 hunter attack. I roll a 1, so you automatically win. So I'm pushed back, and then you wound me on you kill me on
Force.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. Courage check for the mount. He runs away. With this fight, I got 6 attacks against your lonely 1 attack. So this guy was able to survive last turn. I roll 6 this time.
No, I do not.
Okay, so he is actually not trapped. So I just need. I do kill him though.
No.
Boom. And then we've got my hero and 1 hunter orc on your guy. So that's gonna be a total of 5 attacks because I got a guy on foot.
6.
Ooh, oh, they're all the same fight.
Yes.
Oh, I should have rolled those separately. Because he has might I could have used to tie that. I'll just
You can might 5.
Well, I think it's best I just re-roll it.
Okay.
Yeah. So do that one more time. So that's what the hero technically rolls. It's just better rolling generally. You know what? I'll use the might anyways and say that with that good roll, I'll say that he ended up rolling the first 5. I hate making a mistake and re-rolling and getting a good result. So I'll still spend the might to win the fight, but not win the fight, but tie the fight. And that way, because you're fight 4, I'm only fight 4. So on a 1 to 3, evil wins.
Okay.
Oh, I do! Yes!
You won, yes.
I did charge you, so you're knocked down. So you're dead.
No.
Looks like we got 2 orcs on the 1 dwarf.
Yep.
4 attacks. I roll 5. A 3.
Yeah, 3 won't do it.
And he's not trapped, but he does die. Ooh, doubly over. Is that a dwarf king? Or
This is the dwarf captain.
I'm just going to roll 1, so you automatically win.
Automatically win, yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, we'll say I think you kill him on 3s.
I do. So.
You can push back, and he's dead. So we have 2 1-on-1s. We have the warg versus the guy, and we have the hunter orc versus the guy, so we'll do the warg. Rolls a 5.
5.
So you win.
Higher.
And you kill him.
Yep.
So he is dead.
Away.
Oh, and then we got the hunter orc versus your warrior. I roll 6.
I roll 3, so he wins.
So I push him back, and I kill him.
No.
Ah, hunter orc actually killed him. Got the warg on the dwarf king.
Yes, that one is the
That's
king.
the king's captain's over.
Here's 2
there.
attacks for the king. He gets a 4. The other guy gets a 4.
And I roll 3.
Alright.
So the 4 beats it, yeah. And then a 3 to kill off the warg. Yeah.
He's dead.
Oh, yeah. And we got the main show here. What fight is the king? Or
Durin
Durin?
is 6 or 7. Let me just...
Bolg and Durin are going to heroic strike. Ah, well, I'm at 10. You just need a 4 bit. Yeah, we're both at 10.
Okay.
So I only have 3 attacks. I roll 5.
I'm going to roll his separately because he can reroll 1 due to the mastercrafted axe of Durin.
Okay, yes. He got a 6.
So there's... Okay, so the fight's decided.
So I'll use his last might to make it a 6.
Okay.
And then we have a roll off. Why don't you go ahead and do it on a 1 to 3 evil wins this fight. Oh, it's good! So he gets pushed back.
We'll do the 3 dwarves first.
We got 2.
This becomes a 6. This becomes a 5.
That's 2 wounds so far, and then we'll get to him in a second. And so we have 2 wounds so far, plus 3, so a total of 5 wounds on Bolg. I'm gonna note that that's actually 3 wounds,
Yes.
because you needed 4s to wound and not 3s. And I think you got 4s on the other guys as well. I gotta double check though. Like, I was used to him being defense 5, he's actually defense 7. Which means you actually need 5s to wound, because
Yeah.
you would normally need 6s. But still, 3 wounds so far, which is probably enough to kill him. It's actually only 1 wound from them, but he did so well. They did 5, 5, 6, an insane roll on him. He takes 4 wounds. He's only got 1 fate, which doesn't negate it. So he gets mostly cut down by him. That's a huge hit.
It was already decided.
Yep.
Everything else is done.
That's all she wrote. Now, how many of your dwarves have I killed? It looks like...
You've killed 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Ooh, that's not enough. I needed to kill 3 more of your dwarves. Now, I'm definitely broken as we go to the next priority phase. So that means this could be the last turn of the game. I'll roll though I'm pretty sure it's over.
Well, the good news is Narzug is standing here, and as long as he makes hits,
Yes.
everybody in that bubble is going to be okay.
It's true. I'll rely on that. If I could hit your guys, you do have the legendary hero for the automatically passing the first time you fail, though.
Well, they're all fearless anyways.
Oh, that's true. They're fearless. So I got to kill him off. I don't know what I'm rolling 2 for. The priority 6. Not bad. You win, Taizo. 3. So it'll be my priority, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move Narzug first, and he'll do his courage check.
Oh.
He's got will.
How
This
much
might
will
matter.
is he?
Narzug is going to fail. Even with I got 1 will, I can make that a 4. But lo and behold, his courage is only 4. So that's a total of 8. I need to get to 10. So he actually turns tail and leaves. And you know what? I'm okay to concede there, Joe. I think no matter what, I'm not getting the points. I have not accomplished, I know I haven't accomplished any of my secret notes. And from the damage you've done to me, I think you have accomplished all of them except for the terrain feature one.
Well, you're correct, and the only reason I completed the character one is because Narzug was the one I picked, and he just ran away.
So Narzug was the one I picked to take no damage because I planned on him just staying in the back the whole time. And then I'm like, okay, well I can be a little more aggressive with him because there's like some outlying orcs that push past. They got a little too aggressive. So he did his job. We went to go pick a couple of them off. But the fact that Azog went down and Bull got tied up, you know what? Defending a wall is huge. I think that is a really good rule, and I'm really happy that they included that in the game because it represents it very well.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like it's them trying to attack the wall and they duck under the wall. It's perfect. That's a really good rule. So we're gonna concede there. You know what? What was your terrain feature you picked?
The terrain feature I picked was actually that building. I was hoping for like a turn 4, just heroic march that way after I made a hole.
Right.
But I didn't think it was going to happen.
I don't think you need to. So what was the character that you chose to survive? So it couldn't be
The character I chose to survive was the Dwarf King.
the king. Okay, yeah. So that means you get 3 points for him because he took no damage.
Yeah.
You get 3 points for killing off Narzug. You get 1 point because my force is broken and yours is not. So you're pretty much at 7 points and I'm at none because I couldn't make you broken. Chances are, I think these guys are courage 3. They actually would have all probably ran away except for the 2 guys within an inch.
Yeah.
So like,
It's 3 victory
I'm
points
curious.
if I'm not broken.
So he would have stayed. He would have stayed. Oh wow, very, very courageous in the face of everything dying. The last guy there. So he'd run, and run, and then that guy. Oh, actually, he's within an inch, so he wouldn't.
Yeah, he would be in combat. So.
So yeah, two of them would run the rest of the day. That's definitely not enough to fight 3 Dwarven heroes and the rest of the Hearthguard still standing.
No, probably not.
So why don't we go ahead in the vault and set up for our second game where you're playing what was it called? The
Grey Company.
The Grey Company, and they're in the new book, well, the newest book.
Yeah, they're in Gondor at War. They're a legendary legion.
So it kind of brought them back into the fold. And I'll be playing Isengard again, but this time it's going to be led by Saruman. So we'll see how that goes. So if you're not a Vault member, you want to check that game out, click on that link below. Get yourself some more Lord of the Rings. We got some other Lord of the Rings on the channel as well. That Mitch and Steve filmed from back in the day, not back in the day, but when it was re-released in its newest rendition. I don't know what edition this technically is.
They changed the name of the game. This is actually Middle-earth strategy battle game now.
So it's like first edition.
I guess this would be the first edition. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But structurally, it's built right on top of the previous edition. So if you played the game before, it's a real easy jump to play it again. So.
Right. So if you're not a Vault member, click on the link below. 7-day free trial. You can just literally cancel it after watching the game. We find most people stick around though, and it does fund what we do here at MiniWarGaming. As always, guys, hopefully enjoyed it. Leave some comments down below with maybe other Lord of the Rings stuff you want to see. If you want to see more Lord of the Rings stuff, please, like I said in the intro, come by, go to MiniWarGaming.com/challenge, like Joe, and bring some cool stuff and play some cool games with us here, and just have a lot of fun. As always, we'll see you next time, and I want to wish you all happy wargaming. All right, here we are, set up for the next game in the vaults. I have my Isengard forces led by Saruman in the back, leading a regiment of Uruk-hai, and Lurtz leading a more wild warband against a legion of legends. What were these called?
The Grey Company.
Led by Strider, Legolas, and Gimli, all heroes. I think it was, what, 16 in total?
16 total models, yeah.
If you're not a Vault member and you want to check this game out, click on that link below, get yourself some more Lord of the Rings. As always, see you guys next time, and happy wargaming.